Indeed, there is something that each of you needs to get a grasp on. Why is it that you are having such a difficult time obtaining female company when there are already an adequate number of kind-hearted men in the world? Why do so many men feel like their lives are not fulfilling? Permit me to elaborate on the reasons why the vast majority of ladies do not think my skirt to be appealing. Their opinion of them is not particularly high. The desire to seek out the most nourishing and satisfying dietary options is hardwired into females from birth. In point of fact, are carefully selected, they are conscious of the fact that acts such as these expose the arrogance and swagger of the hand-picked guys who perform them. Our curated selection appeals to people of both sexes. They don't pull out chairs or open doors, and in general, they create the appearance that they couldn't care less about anything. This is due to the fact that they are aware of the many opportunities that are available to them. When I was younger, I worked as a bouncer at various nightclubs. I can't tell you the truth, but big stars like Justin Bieber and Jay-Z used to frequent this bar or club on occasion. I'm not sure which one it was. Even though I had a good idea of how these liars would behave if they weren't in my section, I still felt horrible about leading any of these guys out of the occasional gift that I provided because they are so full of themselves. When one of the waiters grabbed Jay's by the shoulder, he yelled at the woman, "Don't touch me arrogant like that," and I will never forget the look of rage that was on Jay's face at that moment. I will never forget that. These guys are well aware that they never find themselves without choices since they have dated every decent lady who has ever dated a guy like that. As a consequence of this, many people choose not to assist her when she is on her phone in public areas because they believe it is rude to do so. She is aware that the man she is dating is of a higher social rank than she is, but she is resolved to win him over nevertheless. Because she is constantly on the lookout for indications that she may be vulnerable, it is challenging for decent guys to progress in their relationships with her. If she ever realizes how dependent you are on her or that he doesn't have many options, things aren't going to be the same between the two of you. Always in the back of a woman's mind is the question of whether or not other women find her attractive. It is common knowledge that women have little interest in pursuing romantic relationships with unwelcome suitors. If you behave as if she is a famous person, she will treat you like a fan in return. There is no other way to phrase it that is more straightforward. The problem with these guys is that they frequently post videos of themselves sobbing and going completely insane because a woman did not value the kindness they showed her. Yes, a number of those snippets are familiar to me. Your problem is that you are doing nothing productive with your time, not that you are not fulfilling the responsibilities of your role. You are drawing attention away from the purpose you are trying to accomplish by producing videos in which you rage about women and hate on various things. You appear to be completely unable of concentrating on anything due to the fact that you spend all day lazing around and playing video games. You spend all of your time lying around and doing absolutely nothing, and then when you're in the presence of a lady, you put on an overly polite and submissive display. If she continues to do nothing to further her cause, she runs the risk of undoing all of the progress that she has accomplished up until this point. If no other woman wants you, it should come as no surprise that she does not have any interest in you. If I were a woman, I could probably understand how something like this could make sense. I wouldn't want to have sex with any other guy, therefore I'd rather have it with the guy who's cheating on me with 20 other guys. Have sexual relations with a man who can't manage to get a girl interested in him. She is aware that whenever she dates an egotistical guy, she gives him the chance to advance in his career, but he acts as if he doesn't care about doing so. After neglecting a woman for a period of time, he did not all of a sudden begin chatting to her. She is aware of the fact that he is a gentleman and that he would get in touch with her as soon as he returned home if he were to leave. Will put into action if you are a typical male. When she starts flaking on you, your first instinct is probably to go on YouTube and start ranting about how women are this and that. When he returns home and says things like "good morning" and "how fun it was last night," she will start acting strange around you. He is going to give you a friendly greeting and let you know how much he enjoyed the evening before. But the issue here is that you aren't paying attention to your purpose, and as a result, you aren't completing the tasks that are necessary. One question dominates your thoughts throughout the whole day: will I be able to get enough sleep tonight? As a result of this, it has always been something that I have had a strong aversion to. A man who, instead of striving to find solutions to problems, spends all day rating online about those problems. I will present you with a number of different options to consider for the time being. You are not arrogant or confident in yourself since you do not have a strong enough belief in yourself because you do not have an internal drive. Your underlying lack of conviction in yourself is the root cause of your inherent unease. This is some guidance I'm offering you because, if you were acting in a way that was intentional and doing what you were supposed to, you wouldn't have the time or interest in caring about anything else. I'm giving it to you because of this. Do not communicate with her in any way, do not compliment her, and do not gift her anything of significance. When you're with her, she wants you to be polite to her and give her compliments, so don't be rude to her when you're with her. She is acting in this manner because she desperately seeks your approval but is well aware that she will not receive it from you. You ought to tell her that when you deliver it to her. It's probably not a difficult concept for males to grasp that they shouldn't harass the ladies in their lives by sending them constant texts and calling them on the phone incessantly. Make believe that there are always 100 women waiting for you to call them back. Pretend that it's always the case. Imagine for a moment that this is the truth. Because all women have dated guys who have other options, they are all familiar with the behaviors of appealing men because they have experienced them themselves. I can't say that I regularly engage with other women because of my lifestyle. It is the surest way to lose someone's interest in you, so I rotate them so I don't have to keep seeing the same ones and taking them out on dates and showering her with things. This is because it is the case that it is the surest way to lose someone's interest in you. My policy is to never be the one to make the first move in a conversation with a woman. She will get back in touch with you at some point in the future. If she does not call you back right away, you should be patient and allow her some time. It may be a week or two before she gets back to you. If she doesn't call, you shouldn't make a spectacle of yourself by continuing to pursue her. That settles that. That's the last word on the matter. You guys are still being kind to her and laying out chairs, but you aren't getting laid. Please put an end to playing the role of the peacemaker. This concludes our activities for the day, and we may now depart.